Hi everyone, how are you today? I would like to share with you about a concept called MOSAIK, MOSAIK mindset. Have you heard about it? MOSAIK. It's a concept that I am actually learning now in a course in Entrepreneurial Learning in Swedish, or it's called Entrepreneurial Learning in English. It's a very interesting concept. The course itself is about dynamic or growth mindset as opposed to the static mindset. Mosaic mindset is a kind of dynamic or growth mindset that people can actually really use in their everyday life. Let me share with you my screen. Mosaic mindset is actually in Swedish. I'm going to translate it one by one for you. What does MOSAIK stand for? M stands for mood or courage in English. Osäkerhetstolerans, or it means tolerance for uncertainty. S, Samverkansförmåga, or collaboration skill in English. A, Ansvar, or responsibility. E, Initiative or initiative in English. K stands for Kreativitet or creativity. MOSAIK. This is a kind of concept that people use in terms of entrepreneurial learning. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be an entrepreneur to study this or to use this. I think everybody can just use this in their life. M, mood or courage. What does it mean? It means you have the courage to do something new. Be brave to do something outside of your comfort zone. It also means that you have the courage to ask for help when you need help. For me, courage means that I have the courage to go back to uni, to study psychology. I never thought that I would go back to uni to study in psychology program here, but I'm doing it now. Of course, I was scared before I made the decision. Would I really make it? Would I be able to study this program in Swedish? Some of the textbooks are actually in English, but some of them are in Swedish. Oh my God, can you imagine? I have to read the textbooks in Swedish. It's not only reading the text, but it's also understanding the text. However, because I have this courage, now I'm learning new things. I feel that when I'm learning this new thing, new concept, a new world is opening up for me. I get to learn exciting things related to psychology, and even this course that I'm taking now in entrepreneurial thinking. How about you? Do you have your own experience that you have the courage to get out of your comfort zone? After that, you learn something new, or it changes your life. Think about it. What is the next concept after mood or courage? O stands for Osäkerhetstolerans, or tolerance for uncertainty. That means even though we're not certain 100% of something, we still have the courage to do it. Even though we are uncertain, we still try to do it. How about you? Have you ever experienced that you are uncertain of something, but you still do it anyway? Then you learn something new. Moving to Sweden was actually an uncertainty for me a few years ago. I was uncertain what life would be here in Sweden. The weather is different from the other places that I have lived. For example, in Indonesia, China, or Australia. The language is different. I would have to study a new language when I came here. However, because I embraced this uncertainty, I learned to have a tolerance for uncertainty. To move to Sweden, I actually learned so much. Having been living here for a few years, now I can speak Swedish. I can also learn new things. I've got some work experience. I met new people. I met new friends. Sometimes having a tolerance for uncertainty is really good for you because you can experience new things. S stands for Samverkansförmåga. Samverkan means collaboration. Förmåga means skill. Samverkansförmåga, collaboration skill. You have the skill to collaborate with other people. For example, I have a collaboration with my group mates. I think it's a good thing to have a group work because then we can complement each other. We can complement on our strengths and weaknesses. At the same time, we can also learn from each other. Collaboration is a good thing because you can give information, you can take information, and it's about helping each other. Have you experienced having a collaboration skill that is useful for your own life? Think about it. Ansvar or responsibility. That means you take the responsibility of your own life, even your own learning. For example, people wear many hats. I am a student. At the same time, I am also a housewife. At home, I'm responsible to clean my apartment, cook, and do the gardening, as well as doing other things. Responsibility is very important in our life. Initiative. That means taking initiative to do something, taking an initiative to start a project or learning a new thing, for example. In my group project, in this course that I'm taking now, I take the initiative to contact a high school teacher whom we would interview for our group project. How about you? Have you ever experienced taking an initiative at work or at home? Kreativitet in Swedish, or creativity. That means getting out and just doing new things. Be creative. Think outside of the box. Here you can see the picture of the food that I cook. When I'm cooking, I actually try to be creative. I want to have a good balance between meat and vegetables. In this picture here, you can see pulled beef, kales, boiled potatoes, and tomatoes, as well as red onions. Sometimes when I don't have so much time to cook, I also have to be creative. For example, I cooked this pulled beef in a high pressure cooker that takes about half an hour. It became so tender. The potatoes, I just needed to cook it for 20 minutes. That's it. The salad is very simple to make. Creativity is important in our everyday life because if you're creative, you can find new paths, you can learn new things. It's so exciting too to try the things that you haven't done before. In summary, today we have learned about MOSAIK concept. M, mood or courage. Have the courage to do something new, to do something that you haven't done before. Have the courage to get out of your comfort zone. U, Osäkerhetstolerans. Have the tolerance for uncertainty. Even though you're not 100 certain, you can still try to do it because who knows what will happen next. S, Samverkansförmåga, collaboration skill. It's a good thing to collaborate with the other partners because you can help each other, you can complement each other, you can also learn from each other. A, Ansvar or responsibility. Take the responsibility for your own life, for your projects, for the things that you're doing. E, Initiative. Take the initiative to start something new. K, Kreativitet or creativity. Be creative. Think outside of the box. Hopefully, it's useful for you to learn about this MOSAIK concept. MOSAIK concept can be used in our daily life. It's a kind of entrepreneurial thinking, but we can use it in our daily life. Think like an entrepreneur. Be brave. Be creative. Take initiative. Be responsible. And have some tolerance for uncertainty. Thank you so much for listening and good luck.